Well, hello. I'm just dropping in here for a short second because I want to share something that I think is really important. And you're going to see more of these from me. And that is, how can we discern the truth? How can we tell what is really true? There is so much information out there these days, so much of it. I mean, you just Google anything and you can find just as many things, articles and facts and whatnot for something as you can list it. So now, what do we do? We're stuck in the middle of what's really true. How can we even know? Like over here they say this is true, and over here they say this is true. And when you look it up on the internet, you can Google and you can find for whatever perspective that you have, you can find information to support that everywhere. So there's a lot of things out there that aren't true. There's a lot of things that are made up. There's a lot of things that are out there that are designed to manipulate you. But there's really no way of knowing. How can you know anymore? Because it seems like we've even lost the ability with media to be like objective, like the media is telling us what's true anymore. They're telling us what they're paid to tell us. And so that's really kind of hard. So like they're just dishing out propaganda. Right? So who can you trust? Who can you listen to? Who's going to direct you? How know what the answers are that are going to bring solutions to your life or calm your heart or bring peace or and we've been through some crazy stuff in the last 3 years. I'm not going to lie to you. Right? And for me, I've been on the roller coaster up and down and up and down. I felt it all. I experienced all emotions during that time. It was intense at times. And then you'd go and you try to find the answer to it or whatever. And you get one answer over here and one answer over here, and they're both contradicting, but they're both acting like they're the truth. How can we know? How can we really know? And it's not going to get any better because there's as more and more people are going onto the internet and they're sharing their ideas and their what they think is true for them, and all this going to be more and more information out there to have to decipher, disseminate through, you know, so much, and it's going to get overwhelming. And what's going to happen? People aren't going to know what to choose. They're not going to know what truth is. Very unsettling. That could lead you into like states of depression and confusion and worry and fear, right? Because now you don't know. You don't have providence. There's nobody that's like holding the light for you. Well, it can look that way. It really can. It can look that way. Because if you're looking outside of yourself for the answers, that's what you're going to find. You're going to find all the answers for everything in every single direction. You're going to find answers that are going to support what you believe and answers that totally go against what you believe. And so the outside world isn't going to help you anymore. Because they're, unless really connected to some really high vibrational truth masters, right, who are here to absolutely give the truth, you're going to have a very difficult time figuring this out. Or you can. But there's something. There's something that you already possess that you might be totally discounting as you're looking outside of yourself for the answers. And that is that the answers are inside of you, right? The answers are inside of you. They really are like your answers. And your answers might be different than everybody else's, because our truths are different for each one of us. That's the thing, is that there's no one truth out there. There isn't. It's like, what's true for me? What's my truth? Your truth is totally different than someone else's truth. So, how do we find out what our truth is? How do we find out what it is that we resonate with, what our beliefs are, what our values are, what our vision is, what we know to be true? How can we access that? Well, it's very easy and difficult at the same time. No, it's simple. It's not easy. It's not easy. Not easy. Simple and difficult. Simple because it just sit down, close your eyes, and listen. Listen to that inner voice speaking to you, guiding you. Sit, listen, right? That doesn't sound like a lot to ask to find your truth. So many people go on these search, these quests to find the truth. Really, the truth is already inside of you. How many people are willing to just sit down and listen, like actively listen for that voice? We spend so much time looking outside of ourselves for the answers. The answers aren't out there. There's no out there, out there. There's only in here. There's only inside. And once you begin, and it takes a minute for you to hear, because for one thing, you're not just going to close your eyes and all of a sudden this mouth of this babbling is going to come out. No, it's not going to happen like that. There's a dedication to, there's an earnestness to this request. So you might have to sit for a little while and hear nothing. How dedicated are you to knowing the truth? How dedicated are you to listening to that inner guidance, that wisdom that is within you? How dedicated are you? But let me just say this. If you can get past that point of like sitting there and thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, nothing's happening. Oh, la, 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 la. If you can get past that point of that conversation in your head, and you can get to the place where you're actually like, you've reached that place where you're listening, and it takes a minute to get there. There's devotion that's required. It's a treasure. You're accessing your own treasure chest. So it's going to take you a minute to get there. You're just not going to get there. You're just not going to say, I want my treasure chest now and get there. No, you have to do the diligent work of seeking that inner wisdom, seeking that inner voice, seeking that divine expression, that infinite wisdom that is held within you, the eternal being that you are, right? Wow, you're an eternal being. You weren't just born blah, blah, blah 60 years ago. You have knowledge that spans time, all time. Time's a construct of this planet, and space, all reality, the infinite, the known and the unknown. You have wisdom inside of you, but you have to listen. You have to sit and you have to listen. You have to actively listen for that voice. You have to listen for that guidance. And it can come to you in many, many ways. Right. So it might not be an audible voice. It may be like feel it like a pull, a sensation, an urge, like, wow, I know this thing. Right? Sometimes it is an audible voice. I know it. So it's already inside of you. So when you're wanting is that you can trust. You can trust yourself. You can trust the divine wisdom that is guiding you since before you were born to provide to you the answers to the questions that you have. It's already inside of you. It's not out there. So don't be looking out there for the answer. Really, all you're going to see when you look out there is going to see the way that the world is responding to what's happening. But that doesn't have to be your experience, you know, especially if it's one that's based in fear. Leave that, goodbye to that. Yeah. So, you know, 2023 is going to be a very interesting year. And being able to discern the truth is going to be really important. And so, coming to you here at the beginning of the year to kind of direct you to yourself, back home, back to the love that you are. And just And might take a minute. You might have to sit for a week and not hear anything. Maybe a month. But how much do you desire to know the truth? The real truth, the truth for you. And when you get these messages, it's only for you. It's not about the whole world. It's not about going out and making everybody believe in your truth because they have their own. They have their own divine wisdom. They have their own journey on that they're on. So I would say, how do you discern the truth? Start listening to yourself. Start becoming really aware of how it is that you're experiencing your inner landscape. Start trusting yourself. Start trusting the moments that you feel like you're getting divine wisdom. Trust that. Trust that. Right? It's powerful. So maybe 2023 is the year of trust. Maybe it's the year of trusting ourselves. A lot of trust out there, but yeah, I don't know if that's us, but it's for each one of us to decide. Yeah. All right. So there it is for today. How do we discern the truth? How do we discern what's true for us? And the process that's always worked for me and continues to work for me is listening to my inner guidance, learning to recognize that voice within, paying attention to the wisdom that is emerging through my own being and that it is speaking to me. Okay, I love you. I love you. Have an awesome day. Be loved, beloved. And I'll see you back here again soon. Hi, Lisa.